welcome to my channel. My name is Edith, and it is always my pleasure to encourage you with the word of the Lord. So the Lord brought this to me. He brought the story of Isaac in the book of Genesis chapter 26. Now, Isaac was in the city of Gerar when the famine came, and he decided he was going to relocate to Egypt. But while he was pondering on this, the Lord appeared to him in an encounter which we have in verse 2 to 5, and spoke to him to stay in that land, and that he will bless him in the land, and he will prosper him in the land. Isaac obeyed the Lord, and we find that in Genesis chapter 26 verse 12, then Isaac sowed in that land and received in the same year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. And the Lord started to say to me, say to my people, remember that you are under a covenant. Now, when Genesis chapter 26 started, all Isaac saw was the famine. And when he saw the famine, his response was to flee. But when the Lord spoke to him, he saw the Lord. And when he saw the Lord, his response was to sow. I want you to catch that in the spirit. Now, right now, the Lord says that there are people out there who are seeing the famine. They are seeing the hardship. They are seeing the economic recession. And because of what they are seeing, they want to flee. But God is asking me to remind you that you are a child of covenant. You are under the covenant of the Lord. You are under a covenant covering. And once you remember that, you begin to see God. And the response to seeing God is that you begin to sow. A lot of you are now so overwhelmed by what you are seeing out there that you are not sowing. Instead, you are desperate, you are insecure, you are afraid, and you are looking for ways to flee. But God is calling you to attention today. He sent me to tell you that remember that you are under the covenant. Remember that you are under my covenant. And when you remember that, I want you to see me. I want you to see God. And the response to seeing God is to sow in that same place where you are right now. I don't know where you are right now, and I don't know what you have been seeing, but I'm calling you back to the original plan of the Lord. And the Lord is asking you to sow. You have been thinking of fleeing. You have been thinking of running away because the circumstance seems to be overwhelming. But God is asking you to sow because there is a harvest in that land. You are not seeing the harvest because the enemy has your eyes on the famine, but there is a harvest in that land. And until you sow, you would not have that harvest. And that is why I'm here to remind you that you are a child of the covenant, and nothing can resist the covenant, and nothing can stop the covenant. The covenant cannot be hindered by the forces of nature. So you have a mandate to sow right where you are so that you can reap the harvest in the land. Do not deprive yourself of the blessing that is in the land. Imagine Isaac was so determined to leave. He didn't know there was a blessing in the land until the Lord spoke to him. The Lord is speaking to you today through this word that where you are right now, there's a blessing in that place. There's a blessing that is waiting to be harvested. But you need to be sensitive enough to sow, because when you sow, you will get a harvest in that same land that you think there is nothing good at the moment. And when I caught this, it humbled me. It humbled me to see that there are people who are running away from their blessings because they are ignorant and they cannot see. They are running away from the harvest, all in the bid to try and find provision for themselves. But God is saying that provision that you are looking for is right where you are. And I need you to sow in that land so that I can bring forth the harvest. It is always my pleasure. Rescue the world. This is